48 or as long as both are in there. Here's Jordan with the steal. It's a 2-on-1. Paxson, and a great defensive play by Isaiah Thomas.
Well, we had a chance to see two good defense.
Thomas will say he planned it all along. Here's Dumars. Behind the back pass. Sally, foul, shoot the free throw. Rims out.
Just had a chance to see James Edwards, why he's so effective is he gets his head and shoulders low and past you and goes up. Very difficult for a postman to guard him.
Now look at the triple team as Sally and Rodman collapsed on Jordan, and Jordan is still down. Michael is on the floor. Here's Sally underneath.
Beginning of the telecast, we mentioned how physical Detroit plays defense. Here, three guys sandwich Michael Jordan. He puts it up. Now Michael Jordan goes down. He's in obvious pain. And here from another angle, we see the three guys in the lane, and they want to seal him away from the basket. But being in such obvious pain, as the ball went down on the other side, Jordan gets back up. Here again, the implementation of the Jordan rules. Three guys are going to be around him at every turn, particularly when he's about to shoot the ball and make him work. But as much pain as he's in, it'll be interesting to see what the Pistons defense does now without Michael Jordan. That's been their main focus. And without him, it seems as though they want to extend their defense a little more, put some pressure on B.J. Armstrong.
Well, they just did. Here's Isaiah Thomas, who has a world of experience. And Sally with a follow. B.J. Armstrong. Chased down by Armstrong. Nice save. Good defense by Chicago. And a chance to tie. King rejected underneath. Lambert and Rodman both got there. 6:56 to go. Jordan comes down with it for Chicago. Michael, two more. First two of the quarter. He's got 16.
Open floor. Open floor situation. Michael Jordan. You see in the open floor, this is a transition basket. Michael Jordan down the right sideline. Off balance, he goes down. Mark Aguirre wants to step over him.
Down and bring it back out. Rodman and Jordan this time. Blocking foul, Dennis Rodman. Now by Jake O'Donnell, to the dismay of this sellout crowd. And Jordan's on the floor again.
As I mentioned before, Dennis Rodman, being the great defensive player he is, has a tendency to flop. He goes to the well much too often right there. Gets his feet tangled up with Michael Jordan.
At the end of the first quarter, have you noticed the deficiency in his play or a dropped element of it?
Well, no, certainly when he gets his hands on the ball.
No, there's the answer.
Now, and we'll see here.
Thank you.
But now that he doesn't have the ball, he's limping back.
Now watch Michael Jordan's defensive effort.
Well, there, James Edwards just fell asleep. And as I said, you know, that little salve that you rub on little hurts. The ball is the same thing when you got great players, and he limps after he lets it go.
Got it! Do you believe? Of course you do. Michael Jordan's three-pointer at the buzzer. Watch the mid-air adjustment, Len Elmore.
Well, again, we mentioned reaction on defense. When you're on offense, you're creating.
Off the Grant. Rodman with a knockaway. Isaiah's got it. Driving on Jordan. Michael Jordan somehow tapped it away. Here's Paxson trying for three. It's through. A triple for Paxson. That's what turns games around. Isaiah topside. Paxson cuts him off. Rodman will screen. Get it back on the pick and roll. Down the lane, he drops it.
Well, it's a tough matchup for Scottie Pippen against Finney.
Might as well work it the other way because Pippen has a lot of inches on VJ. Piston steal it. Aguirre to Isaiah to Sally for the slam. 37-23. 9:02 left in the half. The Bulls want timeout. 8.5 left in the half. Jordan lost it. Scott Hastings has it. He'll drive and get it swatted away by Jordan inside. Boy, the fans almost had themselves.
Well, you see George, as Scott jumps out, he makes the steal. He just doesn't have the speed to get away from Jordan. Jordan makes a great recovery.
Kathy Beeman, we hope she's feeling better. The Bulls get it into Jordan. Jordan way up to B.J. Armstrong. Armstrong driving. Sally swats it away to Aguirre. 3 seconds, now 2, up to Isaiah. In the lane, it's up, it is in. And you can't count it. The Pistons beat the buzzer and lead at the half. 53-38. How about that? John Sally with a super swat on B.J. Armstrong. And the Pistons got a break out of it. Isaiah with the presence of mind to get a great shot.
It'll be 22. The game will be over. So he'll probably roll dice and leave Pippen in the ball game.
Edwards without a field goal. They go to him now, and it's stripped away by Jordan.
Michael, just a great read defensively there.
And a great pass as well. Nobody near Grant. He shoots a layup. 55.
It's on the deck. Vinny's got it. Trying to keep it alive. He does. No looks at Dumars. A reverse. He hits it. And he is fouled. 73-69 Pistons. What an effort by Vinny Johnson.
See the situation, George, with Jordan chasing the ball all the way down the floor and cannot come up with it. Jordan doesn't have the ball. Vinny does. It's a great feed.
Vinny Johnson looking for a high screen from Edwards. Gets it, gives it back. James, 2-timed in the lane. Gets shoved. Takes a swipe at Neely. And Brendan Malone's trying to pull Neely away and separate the two, and it gets a little feisty on the baseline. I think we're going to lose a couple of players, at least one anyway.
I see Daryl Garrison saying, George, that Edwards is gone. Edwards threw the punch, and he's going to go to the locker room on that one. I guarantee you, Daryl Garrison. But he is gone. So you see, George, it crops up in the low post to drive. He's fouled by 2 people, actually. And those are both hard fouls. And that's the...
Edwards grabbed Neely on the way down. Neely took a little exception to that and shoved back. And that's when James Edwards flailed away. He nailed him once.
The thing about it is that James Edwards was going to the basket. So you have a situation where who shoots a free throw now? James Edwards is in the locker room. So Bill Jackson will have to select somebody to shoot the free throw.
Edwards has hit 3 out of 4. He came in hitting only 31% from the field.
Well, they're determined to get him off. He said he's not injured. He's been getting his shots. He's just been missing.
Great pass from Cartwright to Grant. Smothered inside. Here come the Pistons. Crowd wanted a foul. Thomas penetrates and lays it in. Terrific defense, and that affected Lane Beer. So now the Bulls with a chance to tie it up. Jordan goes right around Dumars, and a beautiful move. His hip must be okay.
That
it would
was
have to
sensational.
Be. Grant with another rebound. This is Chicago's kind of tempo. Jordan looked like he was going to shoot, and I think Scottie Pippen thought he was going to fire.
Yep. Well, here we have Michael coming off. You'll see the beautiful change at the red. Now watch how he challenges Lambeer there with the left hand. The old advantage when you can shoot.
Line move by King.
Well, it's interesting because Detroit is not double teaming anyone other than Michael Jordan to date.
Vinny Johnson has it blocked again by Purdue, and Sally is hit hard in the head and goes down. Will Purdue's first foul.
See, if I'm Phil Jackson, I'm extremely happy with the aggressiveness here of Purdue getting his second block. Now, he challenged hard that time. That was a hard foul, no doubt about it. And Sally also got a 3. Chicago can't get away, Dick, from the fact that they attacked the basket. There you go.
Jordan. Like going through a minefield that time.
That's how they got the lead.
Aguirre throws it away to Neely, and now a chance 3-on-1 against the Pistons. And they don't get anything.
And look out, you have a 3-on-1 at the other end.
Vinnie Johnson, Sally, and they're not going to let him get the easy layup. No way. Jordan off balance. Doesn't matter.
That's a highlight. That's a highlight film shot. Come on now.
All right, I'll put it on there. 22 for Mike. Pistons foul.
Now watch where he brings this shot from. Look at this. Nice scoop, and he catches the glass for the perfect spin. Here's the guy who set the tempo all day, right here. Isaiah going right down inside and making it happen. It's time and time again.
I tell you, it takes a guy like Edwards. He missed one, came right back and hit another one.
Yeah, but his whole life, he's a scorer.
Jordan goes up, gets the basket and the foul.
As soon as he got fouled, he regrouped for that shot.
Isaiah Thomas commits the foul. He back to Neely.
Get within your offense.
Winding down for 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Jordan, it's good and a foul.
Now watching this situation, they double team him, and then they kind of split. And Michael just went right in between Isaiah and Dumars.
John Sally, who's got 5 fouls, is checked in for the Pistons.
This is Jordan at 1-on-1 now.
Rodman won't give an inch. He hits the deck. So does Rodman and Lane Beer, and a foul against Detroit. It may be Rodman. And Lane Beer gets his 6th foul. It's against Lane Beer. Boy, did those 3 hit the deck hard.
Well, Rodman played him really tough. He sent them to the baseline. Michael just blew by him. Now watch how he blows by him. Here comes Lambier into your picture, see? The ref says that he was moving. He was definitely there. Now comes that unwritten rule in the NBA again.
He lost the ball for a second, but now the clock is running down.
3.
Jordan for 3.
Yes!
With 2:12 remaining.
Big foul because that's it for Grant. Now watch Michael here just take this shot, and as it splashes, he runs through, catch the motion. Yes, Michael.
Jordan has scored the last 7 points.
A foot.
Jordan. Grant crashing the boards. Thomas.
Great hustle.
Really scrapping out there.
Great hustle.
Jordan. They got this crowd going early today. Pass to Sally. Edwards tipping it. 19 seconds to go, and Aguirre is fouled by Will Perdue. Great relentless work by Detroit that time on the offensive end.
Excellent hustle by Perdue, because in game 3, Will Perdue,
The game inside defensively and off the boards. He's number 45 in the middle.
we have Rodman on Michael Jordan now.
He goes right around Rodman, but Rodman blocks the shot.
Well, you know, Michael had a good release on that, but makes that basketball down into the corner to double dig. Watch how fast Jordan goes by, but now Rodman recovers. See his eyes? Look at him going for that shot block. He picked the point on the floor to come and intercept that shot attempt.
That's why they're going to make him work again to bring it up.
Smart basketball. They're down trapping, forcing them to fight the double team, get the ball into the corners.
Rodman. Jordan got a piece of it. What a play. Rodman looked like he had the easy layup. Came 6-1, tied him up nicely.
Now watch this pass. Rodman thinks he has an uncontested Terrific shot. Here comes Jordan. There it is. Clean block. Because he was the back guy in the zone rotation. He
Came to help. Would have been a violation, and now Pippen working against Vinnie Johnson with some height advantage, but he's called for the offensive foul, and that'll be 3 on Scotty.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You'll see Scotty hook the man right there on the baseline. Vinnie Johnson called for the hook. Earl Strom had it, and now they just slipped him with it.
Vinnie Johnson, short, Rodman, Jordan. Jordan has blocked Rodman twice today, inside.
Nice.
Grant from Armstrong.
You see, there was the block. Now, as Michael throws this ball the length of the floor, watch how the defensive player comes to the dribbler. Beautiful. Opened up the strong dunk. Now watch as Jordan penetrates. Watch how Rodman comes. Michael splits him. There's Lambier. Look how he adjusted to get that shot off. All over them.
Rodman. Rebound Grant. And the Bulls will let Rodman shoot from there all day. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Jordan gets by the double.
Yes.
Cartwright.
Now watch Jordan split the double team here. On the reverse move, here he comes, coming straight. Now catch this pass. Look at that shovel pass, but Cartwright was looking for it. So the pass off, Jordan's not going to pick up the cheap foul.
Neely setting a good pick in the backcourt. Sally to Dumars. And Jackson will get called for the foul, and Rodman and Neely nearly went at it. They're under control, I believe, now.
Well, you know Neely's not going to allow Dumars to go in and get an uncontested layup. That's what we told about. You know what his role is. His role is to take hard fouls, challenge the shot, don't let the guy get it off. Now you'll see it right here. There's your penetration. There he is up in the air. Now Joe also, you know, he's not going to let it happen. He's very strong in the upper body.
He just can't do anything with it if he does.
All that was a
Paxson stripped, and a foul by Neely on Isaiah Thomas.
Great defense by Isaiah and a very heady play by Neely because Isaiah was gone. Uncontested layup.
Did you see him slap Neely? You never see that. I don't know, maybe Thomas didn't know it was a Piston he was slapping him.
Now just watch this here. Here's a great steal by Isaiah and a heads-up play right there by Neely. Now you'll see, he understands. He knows what Neely's job is. Zeke would have done the exact same thing.
Heady play. And now it's a 12-point game with a lot of time left in the third period. No foul. Double team. Dumars steals it.
They call the time.
22nd timeout, Detroit.
Just courtesy on a very smart play. Watch out. Well, here we have, you're going to see. Now there is, the call was made. The ball was thrown by Dumars. Guy threw the ball back, I assume. Now why Dumars threw the ball in that direction?
Meanwhile, back at the range at 62-50. And very quietly, or maybe not so quietly, the Pistons have come back from a 19-point deficit to cut it to 12.
I tell you, the security people here, the guys in those yellowish striped jackets were right on top of that very, very quick and did not allow anything to happen.
Plenty of time on the clock. They find Hodges. And he took too many steps.
And not only that, but he just got popped. As the defensive player went by him, it looks like he was hit in the eye area. Lose their focus, the concentration.
They double Thomas and a turnover to Chicago.
Now watch, there's your fake. Here comes Rodman. Let's see what he can. Yeah, he catches him right there with that left hand.
Paxson, and they lost it again.
Sure.
Rodman. Armstrong cuts him off. Yes. By Jordan. What a play by Michael Jordan.
Who else coming from the balcony? They got the long rebound. bam, Detroit scores on them.
And a foul inside. Joe Dumars, by the way, has 22 points now in the game.
Now watch, here comes right. Now look to the left of your screen. You'll see him coming. There it is. Big shot blocked by Michael Jordan.
You would say it's there all day.
Yes, indeed. They've got to do something defensively over in that huddle of how they're going to cover.
Michael Jordan goes in and draws the foul. Very hard foul. As hard as we've seen, and we've seen a lot of those kind in this series.
Well, you know, at the end of the series last year, Michael Jordan made a great statement. He said, every time I play against Detroit, I feel like I've been in a fight. Watch the forearm right there. That was really a blow. So over the summer, Michael put in $40,000.
11-point game with 3 minutes left.
This is smart. They give Pippen the ball out in the open floor. Rodman knows if he gambles, Pippen will fly right by him.
Dumars doing a number on Jordan. Lost the ball. Last touch by Detroit, and a timeout called by the Pistons.
Well, see, Michael wants the foul because as he's coming down in there, you'll see him. Now watch. Watch how he gets bumped and grabbed. All right, right there. There's your first bump. And then he felt that he got hit right there below the waist.
Under 2 minutes to go now. Isaiah Thomas inside. Sally again, and he's hit by Neely. And that's an NBA playoff foul at this time of year.
Listen, Sally is committing right now 2 key offensive boards, and he's going to get the opportunity. Here's the strip. He slips down on the floor, allowing Isaiah to get in there for the double team and kick it loose. Now watch what happens here. See, excellent defense. Make the shooter shoot over the top of you. Key rebound.
Ball back inside to get something going to the basket.
Lambeer sliding away from the screen, he had said. Isaiah missing the long-range shot, and here's Michael. The beautiful hook pass to Horace Grant. As they run Pippen off of Cartwright. Back out to Jordan, who goes down. Oh, what a shovels it left-handed as he fell down.
What a great pass. Oh, my goodness. Michael looked like he banged his knee a little bit. Tremendous pass. Left-hander Michael Jordan. You say he plays well in the air? Well, he also plays well on the ground. This is Earth Jordan.
Earth Jordan, 44-38. Vinnie Johnson about to get into the ball game for Detroit.
And you know what? You can feel, oh, there's a foul on Isaiah Thomas just throwing down Scottie Pippen on that screen. He just took both arms and threw him down. Now that's 5 team fouls, which is going to put him in the penalty. Watch this right here. Watch Isaiah. He takes and just throws him down.
And it's 4 personals on Isaiah. Who
outside. Chased by Neely and Hodges. The shot clock's at 5. He'll shovel baseline to Robin. It's a 3. Outside Dumars. It's a 2. That's a triple try. Go off the iron. Sally pulls it off. They'll try to power it up. He drew the foul. Will Perdue fouled him, and Perdue's trying to go after him. A near fight. That'd be a poor exchange if the Pistons lost John Sally and the Bulls only lost Will Perdue.
Well, Jordan reacting here. There was a little contact, but there's been contact in every game, on every play, on every drive to the basket.
John Sally pulled it off, took it back up.
Well, I think perhaps the action here would be the fact that John Sally may have kicked his right leg and hit Perdue. I didn't see any contact here. Well, there's a
Perdue turned and saw John starting to argue with Pippen, and he came after him from behind. 10 seconds of defense here to finish out the third with an 8-point lead. Hodges dumps it deep inside, and Neely goes up for the shot. He was fouled after the horn. No foul. After 3, it's the Pistons by 8, 72-64. Catch the Lions on News Radio 95, WWJ. The buzzer beat the foul on Neely to finish off the third. I think James Edwards
defense and handed it off to him. Magic Johnson knows so well how to do that.
The long arms of Sally. Oh, hard foul by Pippen. Taking Lambier down as hard as you'll see.
I tell you, I thought Bill Lambier hurt his back there. He came down in a very, very awkward position.
John Sally standing in there to have something to say to Scottie Pippen.
You know, there was an article in the Chicago Tribune after 2 games about Scottie Pippen not wanting to go in the paint. And man, oh man, look at this. I thought he hurt his back. Take a look at this right here.
I'd say there was some contact there.
Needed to get him to the basket. He didn't settle for the one bounce and then going straight up. That's what you have to do when you attack the basket. Take as much real estate as you possibly can.
Isaiah Thomas, Purdue, and Edwards. They're going to get James Edwards this time. Lambier and Thomas on the floor for Detroit. Jordan stays in the ballgame.
3-second violation, Detroit.
3-second violation on Dennis Rodman. Pippen on Johnson with a mismatch. Loose ball foul.
And in the half-court set, you're getting people into the lane, but they're not converting the shots, or on the outside shooters converting the dishes.
Thomas with a pump fake. Shot is short. Lambier. That's 4. He's seething.
Well, we had a chance to see Chuck Daly come behind him and pull him off the court. But Isaiah Thomas with the double clutch, he really didn't have to do that. And you see Lambier.
Meanwhile, 10 of 19 in quarter number 3. What a save by Jordan. Pippen, welcome to the broadcast, Scotty. I was hoping he'd head for you instead of me.
But I'll tell you, it began with excellent defense by the Bulls, forcing a long shot by James Edwards. I think these guys want this game.
No call.
And Grant doesn't see Hodges underneath.
And watch the end result of this battle.
You see number 14, Craig Hodges in the middle, screaming for the ball, but Scottie Pippen appears out of nowhere. You can't touch this. If Jordan has an opportunity, he's going to take that.
Michael Jordan gets it up to the left side. It's tipped into the hands. Isaiah Thomas. John Sally.
The dirty work is not being done.
Cartwright blocked by Sally. A 9-0 run by Detroit. 11. Timeout, Chicago.
Most of those layups off the turnovers and missed shots by Chicago.
Thomas to Rodman. Hodges, Cartwright, Grant, Pippen, and Jordan for Chicago. Isaiah Thomas for 3. Dumars. Look at the defensive job Jordan's doing. Look at him go to the baseline, but there is a foul.
Certainly spreading the floor and then penetrating has allowed the Piston guards to find a lot of cutters going to the basket.
That almost went in. Cartwright with the follow, rejected by John Sally. Here's Thomas at the other end. Blocked by Hodges. Foul on Hodges.
That they gave the effort. Craig Hodges had saved that ball and allowed Bill Cartwright with that opportunity. And then he hustles back and makes a pretty good play. Gets a piece of Isaiah Thomas's arm.
North of downtown Detroit, where the Pistons playing their first game number 7 at home. Michael Jordan count the basket, and he will shoot a free throw.
Well, I mentioned before, the Pistons haven't slammed the door completely. Their turnovers on the other end are adding opportunities for the Bulls. Here, Michael Jordan takes advantage of it. Again, getting pushed off the block where he'd rather be. But this time, he takes the whole interior defense of the Pistons for the basket. Another look, the same thing.
Here and John Sally. Isolation play for Jordan. And Isaiah Thomas ties him up.
Defensively, the Pistons are now pointing totally at Michael Jordan. They don't believe that any of the other 4 Bulls can hurt them at this point with this much time left. So anytime he turns his back or is away from the ball, you're going to find another Piston in his face. We take a look now on a clear out. Michael Jordan appears to have Joe Dumars beat. But Isaiah Thomas totally leads B.J. Armstrong, recognizing that Michael Jordan may try to do it on his own.
A big effort. Joining his high school friend from Chicago, Isaiah Thomas on that assist, and Magic Johnson is here to appreciate all this.
Watch Isaiah's eyes as he licks his lips in anticipation, telling John Sally it's time for you to take off in the backdoor situation. No words spoken. These guys recognize what it takes to win.
Vern, Michael Jordan here in the midst of the celebration. What are you saying to the other players, Mike?
All you can do is wish them good luck. I mean, we fought hard. They were the better team. We went to a 7-game series. What more can we ask for? We want to be where they are, but we still got to wait our turn. We're still trying to improve our team. They were the better team, and they played better today.
What's your emotion now, Michael? Sadness, frustration?
Yeah, sadly, I'm disappointed, because I wanted to go further. But I got to accept the season that we played. We had a good season. We got this far. We got to look forward to next season. That's the only thing we can do.
Gave it a hell of a run.
Thank you.
Baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago.
Paxson switched off and was able to steal, leading to this.
Comfortable posting up in Aguirre as opposed to Lambier.
Jordan with the steal. Jordan will go to the foul line. Well, he knew he was going to get hit. He was ready for the hit and nearly was able to convert on the twister.
Jordan loves to shoot the passing lanes, anticipating the next pass. Obviously, reaching behind right there, and now understanding that it's going to be a physical series. I got to go strong to the rim, try to convert the ball, trying to keep him in play.
Sally. Good play by Pippen on a double-up. And Jordan was able to deflect it away.
The difference between the Bulls double teams and a lot of other teams is the aggressiveness. They're strong, tight, aggressive.
Yes, and it counts. Oh, Thomas had to save it. Another steal by Jordan, putting the move on Dumars.
What they portrayed 2 years ago and been very successful doing that is a little dirty plays and the roughness that they try to intimidate teams. And they've been very successful with it, and now other teams are trying to do that to see if they can get success from it. So I think it has dirtied the game of basketball.
Lambier is 0 for 4. He did regain the touch in game number 5 against Boston. Lambier just hit the deck, and a foul has been called. Pistons also take a timeout. And it's from deep. Cartwright on the rebound. And Rodman and Jordan going at each other.
been brewing throughout the first half. Michael Jordan just gave Rodman a little tap, as if to say, let's forget about it. All right, Jordan on the drive just a moment ago, and this is what took place. They continued talking as they headed back down court. And then Jordan and Rodman got physical with each other. Michael in the face of Dennis, the official Jack Neese. Able to... Paxson. Grant. And he is fouled. Lampier does not like the call. And Jake O'Donnell quick to rush over to cut off Horace Grant, who was about to go at one of the Pistons. Lampier picked up his third.
Well, the Pistons have come out in the second half, obviously more aggressive. They know they've got to do a better job on the glass. And Grant doesn't like the contact there by Pippen after the whistle, so he decides to go after him. So elbow, right elbow there by Dennis Rodman.
First today from downtown. He now has 8. Here's Jordan, and he's stripped. Aguirre with Paxson and Pippen racing down, and Pippen back for the reject. Thomas fires through the air ball. Aguirre stopped by Jordan.
What a series of plays at both ends of the floor. Defense, offense, defense.
Shot clock is at 5. Aguirre isolated, whipped by Pippen, is rejected, but it will count. No, it won't count. 24-second violation.
Just a tremendous series of defensive plays at both ends of the floor. The block shot by Pippen. Thomas says, I'm going to tee it up right away with a three-point shot, try to break their spirit right here. Instead, it winds up being an air ball pass, but then the next block shot.
Hodges, Purdue is back on the floor with Livingston and Grant. Armstrong is smashed. Sally and Lampier.
Well, the inside people for the Pistons are not going to let any easy scores take place. They're going to make the guys go to the foul line, earn their free throws, but at the...
For Vinnie Johnson. Dumars guarding Jordan. Lampier stepping out. Jordan is clobbered. Isaiah Thomas looking for the jump ball, but is called for the foul.
And Isaiah did not try to take him down intentionally. He reached behind and was trying to get the ball from behind his head to tie him up. Of course, Dennis Rodman has a little right-hand shiver forearm to it on the way down to help out.
So Michael Jordan will go to the line.
Dumars on Jordan. That's a clear out. Nice. Even though you can get Michael, Detroit's first offensive rebound.
Jordan for 2. He's in the books.
Pippen just hit Rodman right on the jaw. But he definitely pops a double technical. Okay, on Rodman and Pippen that time.
Take a look at it again.
Now, hopefully we have it right from the beginning. Now, here they are. They're walking to the foul line. There it is. Boom. And then he just pops them. So you can see that it was a give and take. But both guys are playing Jordan. Watch how he fights through the screen. Fights through the Pippen screen. Now he's up in there. He thinks that he's discouraged the shot. Michael just takes it right up in his face. Right out of the defensive player's hands.
Johnson averaging 4.8 rebounds a game. Sally is down. Livingston leveled in there with a forearm. Purdue, the basket goes.
Will Purdue works so hard every day. They're bringing Aguirre on the baseline.
Tries to spin on Grant. No place to go. Jordan slapping the ball away. It's showtime. Get the cameras rolling. Titles in 89 and 90 during the big defensive stand.
Well, we'd like you to keep an eye on Jordan coming down in here. You see, he'll try for the shot blocks, but he loves to strip you. And if you are dribbling, he'll go for the bounce. Now, once again, They make the steal and they convert in the open floor. They remind me a lot of kickball.
Dumars in the paint with the layup, and it won't go down.
Look out, 3-on-2.
To Paxson, to Pippen, who's hammered by Sally.
He caught him hard that time. Took a swipe. Now this is different than the first one.
That's a lot different.
Right, Dumars had his arms up in the air. And you're going to see, we're going to give you a replay, and Sally definitely takes a swipe. Now here's your drop off. Now that kind of surprised him. You see, now there he goes right there. See, he caught him right alongside the neck. So they're saying, okay, a deliberate hit, deliberate.
His first board of the ball game.
Michael Jordan, no rebounds in the first half, no foul shot attempts.
Only 8 points. Pippen is hammered inside, and 3 Pistons converged on him. Rollins, Rodman, and Lambier. As Rodman put a right arm on top of Pippen's back.
Well, they rotated, did an excellent job. Just watch Rollins. He keeps him behind the backboard. Here they come down inside. Forearm by Lambier. Rodman comes on his back, and even Rollins had to end the basket. They're going to allow this one to go. A lot of hand checking, a lot of pushing off with the forearm.
Well, Phil Jackson was concerned prior to game 1. He says that Detroit gets away with a lot of hard hand checking. Jordan stops back, gets the 3.
Oh, yes.
And he points at Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, and he wanted a foul. He said he got hit on the forearm. He
Swipe at Rodman as he passes through the lane. Jordan says, when I've got the ball one-on-one, you're at my mercy.
Dwyer's been able to take him on the dribble.
Shot blocked by Pippen. Dwyer on the ground with Grant. Paxson wide open.
Boy, he's found it tonight. Here's the only big guy on the floor.
An 11-point margin out for Chicago.
Now they match up man-to-man.
Lambier's on Livingston. Hodges being hounded by Thomas. To Jordan, what a pass. The shot won't go, but he does get the foul.
And they give him a 2-shot foul. Could have caused an injury. It is a hard foul. Now just watch this great backdoor by Michael, and Lambier just takes him down hard, and so did Isaiah from the rear. Watch out. Will Purdue goes after Purdue. Just came after Rodman. Yes, yes indeed. And he is really hot. And he's telling him right now. All right, that all happened underneath the backboard. As that shot went down, okay, now they have just called the foul on Rodman. Now they're talking over here now. They're talking to Rodman. I don't know whether or not they're putting him out of the game or not.
Rodman walked away and Purdue went after him. They went over to shake hands and Steve Javie jumped in the middle like they were going to fight. And now the officials will come right in front of us.
Now that was a terrific shot. Now you watch this shot by Vinny. Now down inside, Rodman just laid one right in the lower back, and then they just took a pop at Purdue, and Purdue definitely should be upset. He got hit in the lower back with a forearm, and then he got hit in again by Rodman in the head. So of course he's not going to take.
You're going to get a technical, at least get something for it, right? They may not have called it anyway. Bulls by 14. Livingston inside of Purdue. He's hammered. Rodman tries to take off his head as Lambier has caught the foul.
I'll tell you, that pump fake, strong move.
That foul was on Lambier, his 5th.
Now look at Cliff Livingston here now. He's so happy. This unit has been devastating in the first 2 games. They have done an outstanding job. Trading evening for Detroit. James Edwards has hardly played at all. Now, is it a flare-up of his lower back? That's possibly because we didn't get any notice. But then again, we did not see him get injured. But
Livingston, his shot is blocked. He also has a twisted ankle. And Tree Rollins and Cliff Livingston, who were teammates in Atlanta, share a little thoughts. Rollins at 5.
I say Tree's been a major shot blocker in this league for 14 years. It's a real solid move that time by Cliff. And Cliff telling Tree some stuff, throwing a little trash there, back and forth. Oleg thing.
9-point Bulls lead. They've led by as many as 18. Rodman for 3. He's got it. Oh, my
Rodman was 1 of 4 in the playoffs.
He is.
He's not a bad foul shooter. He's about a 72% foul shooter. Here's Rodman taking a 3.
Traffic Thomas squeezing through. Pistons with the numbers. Edwards lost it. Oh, Jordan stripped the dribble. Paxson open. Yes. And the Bulls lead it 15-6.
Isaiah, the man in the middle, or the new point guard, winds up being Dennis Rodman. He has to make a decision at the end. Hit either Lambier or Edwards. The problem is Edwards putting it on the floor against Jordan. That's a no-no right there.
And he was looking for the foul. Now a loose ball foul against the Pistons.
He's going to have him either being stripped or winding up with a bad shot at the end. A little bit of frustration by Mark Aguirre after the bad shot. They have more guys with the ability of scoring and put it on the floor.
Aguirre went short on the downtown attempt. Chuck telling us yesterday that he figures to go quite a bit with Vinnie Johnson as a small forward, staying with the 3-guard alignment. Technical foul has been called. Looked like Aguirre and Grant club. They are trailing by the score of 23-8. Here's another look at it as Aguirre and Grant came together. A little shove by Aguirre, and then again as Grant attempted to establish 10-6.
Vinnie Johnson knows that he's having an outstanding series against the Bulls. He's playing so hard. His shot's back right now, playing with a ton of confidence.
Armstrong lost it off his foot.
Reminiscent of the matchup, Isaiah versus D. Brown in the Boston game. Isaiah versus Armstrong, taking advantage of the inexperienced player.
Phil Jackson calling for the timeout. A sparked up Piston ball club. At a very low-key series against the Chicago Bulls. Has not done it, only 2 of 9 from the field. And he's committed 10 fouls. Sally with a facial plus the foul. Will Perdue called for the foul.
A little pick and roll between Vinnie Johnson and Joe Dumars. The Bulls weren't quite ready for it, didn't know how to handle it, resulting in a potential 3-point play. Dumars coming off of VJ, looking for his teammate once he draws the next defender. They felt that urgency that, we could be in trouble here, finally, after such a great run.
Jordan got a piece of that last shot attempt, and Jordan does the rest, but an offensive foul is called. Pippen was trying to clear out for Jordan, and so
I was trying to avoid him, but he grabbed the front of my jersey and kept pulling me into him. That's why it looked like I ran him over. The fast break starts, Pippen will lead it, and as he drops it off, watch Vinny hustle in front, and who's holding who? I'd say the official made a pretty good call.
This year and last year, Chicago came here last year and every other year hoping that they belong. This year they come here to prove that they belong.
All right, well, we will watch them continue to prove that. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much.
All right, back to you, Mark.
All right, Ahmad, the Pistons with a couple of good opportunities, and Isaiah Thomas and Will Perdue have some words. They will jump it up. Isaiah missing after he had the shot attempt following the missed free throw, and then Rodman had the follow-up not able to hit. So it ends up in a held ball between Perdue and Thomas. The Bulls with a 77-65 lead over the Pistons with 2:16 left in the third. And Isaiah skying for the tip.
Let's check out the vertical leap by Isaiah on this jump ball.
Whoa.
Very simple.
Trying to rev up the home club. Dwyer switching off on Pippen. Look out, Pippen sent flying, and the hand offered by Rodman. And you look at the expression of Rodman as Pippen would have no part of the help. He's upset.
The difference right there is that when Detroit switched that time, Aguirre is not able to keep Pippen in front of him. Pippen turns the corner. Aguirre trying to make sure that he doesn't get to the basket.
Well, as mentioned earlier, according to Scottie Pippen, Mark Aguirre challenged Pippen to a fight in the Chicago Stadium parking lot following Game 2. We asked John Solly for his evaluation of a Pippen-Aguirre fistic matchup.
I wouldn't fight Mark Aguirre if I had 3 hands and had a neck like Mike Tyson. Maybe if I had a neck like Mike Tyson, I would, and a belly like Foreman. He wouldn't want to fight Mark Aguirre. Mark Aguirre is...
Pippen is could hit him with the jab, don't you think, though?
No. So say you hit Mark's head, you know, and his head is like about this big. He ain't gonna do nothing. You know, what's that? You know, you just jab it back a couple of times. But if Mark lays one of them big mittens on him, or even gets close to grabbing him or just hitting him, you know, he's out there.
Detroit with 3 and a 20. Pippen lost the dribble. Aguirre for Johnson. Jordan back. Dumars. Jordan stays with him. And Jordan comes up with it.
Think about that. 2-on-1 by himself. Michael Jordan with the bad knee gets back there to break it up.
Here's Pippen. The crowd was looking for a travel on Jordan. Pippen. Yes. Big bucket for Scottie Pippen. Called for the personal.
This looks like a sure layup initially. It's going to cut it to a 3-point game. Johnson dishes it off, but now Jordan stops the ball, comes back. Right there is where the Pistons felt the foul took place against Dumars.
With showtime. 107-101. Bulls by 6. Pressure by Detroit. Tree Wellens has come on for the Pistons for the first time.
And you got to get to the ball exactly like Rodman did. Foul quickly to stop that clock before too much time goes off it.
And Paxson took all on Rodman. Michael Jordan will shoot the tee.
Rodman comes over to foul Paxson right away. It's the choke block that produces it.
Bulls knock off the Pistons. Today, Michael Jordan claims that the whole league will rejoice over the demise of the so-called bad boys. Strong words from Michael, saying people want to push this kind of basketball out, talking to the roughhouse style. I don't feel we're overconfident, but says we want to kill this ball club.
Not only
in this first quarter. Paxson and Jordan in the backcourt. Pippen, Grant, and Purdue up front. Nice play. And Lambier taking a shot at Paxson, who did not like it. John Paxson went back at Bill Lambier. He did not like the shot given by Lambier. Certainly unnecessary.
Well, Paxson also was the player that...
And Paxson is on the line off the foul committed by Isaiah.
Paxson has him beat, and Lambier really hit him and hit him hard. So,
well, Chicago Bulls coach Phil Jackson has made the point many times that he feels the Detroit Pistons get away with too many physical tactics, subject that we discussed with Phil.
Well, I think Wesley Unseld said it well a couple years ago. He said, now that the no fighting rules in effect in the NBA, it takes the bully and makes him even a bigger bully, because you can't protect yourself. In past times, guys could, initiate a fight, and the fight in itself at least created the activity. Now, if you initiate the fight, you're not only thrown out, but you're heavily fined and might be suspended. In those days, you had to stand up for your rights, and you could, without getting in trouble, from the league, from the officiating, from whatever else. But now it just makes the teams that can bowl, it can be more muscular, even be more so, because now they can threaten you into a situation. What are you going to do about it?
Shot from the Palace. Sally goes to the hook. B.J. Armstrong handling. He just checked in. Armstrong and Craig Hodges now in the backcourt. Cliff Levingston, Bill Cartwright, and Scottie Pippen up front. Beautiful backdoor pass for Pippen, and he is walloped. And that will be a flagrant foul. And it's getting very, very tough out there. Again, an unnecessary hit taken by the Pistons.
And then there was a real hard foul, a great backdoor play that the Bulls love to run, and they really let the guy have it, and then Rodman did push him.
Yeah, I think that's a clear-cut cheap shot. No question, clear-cut.
That is a cheap shot, and it should not be allowed.
It's the advantage of Sally, who is very, very quick, and look out. Pippen and Rodman looking to go at each other. Now, in the past, You know the story of the famed migraine headache suffered by Scottie Pippen. There's another look at it.
You can see right there, Marv, that he is really getting physical. And I think what has happened is this. I think that the frustration of the Pistons is really coming out. The fact that they can't get the job done.
Timeout. Well, the Detroit Pistons in recent years have been known as the bad boys, although in a conversation we had with Chuck Daly earlier this season, he said, hey, that's no longer the case.
When we lost Rick Mahorn, Isaiah Thomas announced in front of President George Bush in the White House that we were no longer the bad boys, and people didn't believe him. But gradually, that's pretty much been the case. I wish we were more physical than we are, quite frankly. I think we'd be a better basketball team, but we aren't quite the same team that we were 2 years ago in that respect.
The Bulls led by as many as 11. Pippen with the open shot. Oh, look out. Thomas went down hard. Apparently he's all right. Have hit a drought period. It will be Detroit ball.
Really took a tough fall, but Isaiah got up. He was lucky he wasn't hurt on the play.
Michael Jordan tripped up. Foul committed by Edwards.
He's just so tough to cover. Look at Edwards falling down. All he can do really is tackle the guy. He is just too quick for him, and it really creates havoc with the Piston defense. He is splitting every trap, every looking. He'll score if he has to, but he would rather feed the ball off.
And Pippen able to feed it off to Jordan.
Turnabout is fair play, and their defense right now is doing it. The crowd is cheering here for the Bulls right now, and the Pistons as they leave the court.
I don't think they're cheering for the Bulls, but I think the greeting is for the Pistons as they are headed off as time runs down. Pistons wasting no time in getting out of here. Now a timeout was called. They left the bench, although there's 7 and 9/10 seconds remaining. The Pistons just left. That's a three-pointer. With 4 and 9/10 seconds remaining. Isaiah Thomas got him out of Jack McCloskey with another emotional hug. That's been the story here in the fourth quarter. The Detroit Pistons heading back to the locker room. Their season has concluded while the Chicago Bulls advance to the NBA championship round.
Guarded by Bill Laimbeer, and he gets hit in the face. Bench is clear. Isaiah in the middle of things trying to protect his best friend. And the refs would try to sort this one out. Take another look. Laimbeer clearly rakes Williams across the face. Bill tries to walk away, but Scott catches up with him. Also look in the corner of the screen. Darrell Walker in street clothes takes a swing at Laimbeer. Mike, watch Rodman with the offensive rebound. He gets tied up, is stripped by Michael. And on the other end, look who catches up with Michael. Rodman not only fouls him, but then brings him to the floor. Another scuffle would ensue. And Ron Rothstein is tossed out of this one with 2 technicals. Back to the game under